back to On's Garden. Today in On's Garden we're going to be looking at how things are doing outside. Past these cannas up above, we've actually got a wisteria that's been growing all year, and it's the time of the year where it's just sort of got out of control and it's going everywhere and it needs chopping back. I've got some videos on this, so please check them out if you want to see what all that's about, including what it looks like when it flowers, and also the kind of maintenance that it takes to look after this beast of a wisteria. Now this is a seed pod from the wisteria, and it actually looks like a broad bean. It's got a furry case on it, and inside it's got these seeds that you can actually plant if you want, but I wouldn't advise it. Planting seeds for wisteria is going to take you a very long time for it to grow, and the flowers that you want to see from a wisteria isn't going to come for many years to come. So ideally, if you're going to plant a wisteria, get the biggest one you can, because then you've got more chance of seeing the flowers earlier. Further on, back into the jungle, and we've got the Paulownia or Empress tree on the left hand side there. This is a tree that's one of the fastest growing trees there is, and its leaves are huge. I mean, look at my hand, there's only a little bit of that leaf. Now all of this that you can see here, every single leaf on this tree is actually grown this year. So the whole of that beanstalk of the tree is 1 year's growth. Anyway, I've spoken enough about the Paulownia in my other videos, so I'm not going to go too much into it now. But instead we're going to have a look at the Kalopanax FTW. It's got this lobus, finger-like leaves. Definite jungle-looking plant. Ah yes, the Dermera peltata. Now this is a new plant for me, and I've kind of made a mistake here, because they like to be in boggy, moist soil. So all the leaves are dry on that one, and I need to move it, I think. But stood next to it is a Solanum ventricosum. Now that's obviously not too bad in that dry soil. We've had very little rain, so everything's very dry. The phormium looks fine. Bamboos are doing fine as always. This one's the Borinda. It's a well-behaved and quite attractive looking bamboo. Yeah, it's a clumping plant, so it won't have any problems in that respect. Why not get yourself one of these? This is a Rheum. It's got these lovely, lush, large leaves. It's also known as the Chinese rhubarb, but I wouldn't eat it because it's poisonous. So not a good idea. Now the Rheum dies back every winter, so the leaves will go brown, and we chop them all off and put them on the compost heap, and then next year it'll start to grow again. And when it starts to grow again, what you'll see is these nice big red leaf buds that just stick out the ground and look like an alien egg of some sort. So they're really interesting, especially when they start to grow again. Now if you want instant impact in your jungle garden, I suggest you get one of these. This is the Tetrapanax Rex, and it can grow from about up to 4 or 5 meters. It's got these beautiful leaves that just spread out, and they can spread out up to 1 meter. And if you want that jungle feeling of pushing through leaves to get to the other side of the garden, then you need one of these. It's a pretty fast grower, so it doesn't take long to get to this big, and also at the winter time the leaves will die back, fall off, so you've got no leaves on it, and then next year round they'll all grow back again. Now let's just have a quick chat about grasses. So I had a fair few grasses in my garden, like this one here, and it's not the look I'm actually going for, so I want to go for a more jungly look, like leaves, leaf textures, leaf sizes, all different shapes and sizes and colours, not colours of other colours, just green, but yeah. And the grasses really just detracted from the leaf shapes and everything else. So I'm going to start to move away from that, and I've already pulled a few grasses out, and I think that one's going to go as well. And we'll get plants like this. Now this plant is the Solanum lanciatum. Yeah, I think that's it. Next to the heavenly bamboo and the Tetrapanax, also known as the kangaroo apple. This plant can grow up to 3 meters tall and is an evergreen, so that's good news. This is another new plant for me this year, so I'm going to give this a go. Probably have to mulch it in the winter just to protect it, but should be okay. It's actually poisonous, so I wouldn't advise eating any of those nice juicy fruits on the side. That would not be a good idea. So one of the things I want to do next year, or I've got plans to do, is to actually get some more ferns in the garden. Now this fern here is a Woodwardia, the giant chain fern, and that's going to grow quite big, so that'll cover a bit of area. But I also want some of the little smaller ferns that actually populate the garden. I actually bought, 12 Japanese ferns at the beginning of the year. Now they've disappeared into the garden. They're still there, but I need about 3 times as much, I think, because there's still a lot of gaps in the soil, so I need to cover those up, and I need to get the ferns in just to make it look a bit more realistic. Get rid of the grasses. But yeah, we're getting there. The jungle's coming along, cannas are starting to flower, and everything's cool. More plants just to show you, just before we finish up. One of them is a Dispornum green giant, and this should allegedly get up to 4 meters in height, and it should cover up that back fence there, which is what I bought it for. Get about 1 meter wide. It's going to take about 2 to 5 years to get up to that ultimate height. Knowing my luck, it'll take 5 years, but we'll wait and see how it goes. Probably need to mulch it a bit in the winter as well, just to make sure that it's going to get through okay. But even if it dies back, I think it should come back from the next year. The other one that I'm looking at is the Epimedium Orange Queen. Now this one I bought for ground cover. Now I've got quite a few blank spaces in the ground, as you can see around that plant. But I'm hoping we're going to get some ground cover with the Epimedium. It doesn't grow very big, only grows up to about 30 centimeters, but hopefully it's going to slowly start to spread across and take up some of that space, and together with the extra ferns that I get next year, we should be looking good. But yeah, this soil is terribly dry. I need to get the watering can out pretty quickly. Yeah, definitely. And I know, as I said, I also need to sort out the irrigation next year. So thank you for joining me in my jungle journey, and hopefully I can make some more videos soon, whether it be inside or outside. Not quite sure yet, depends how it goes. But the garden's pretty much going over now, so a lot of this would die back, and then we'll have to wait till next year before we start to see things happening again. I've got to, of course, chop down the Paulonia right down to the bottom there. But yeah, looking forward to what's going to come in the garden, how it's going to go. I'm just going to leave you with a few shots now of the garden, and then we'll catch up next time on the next video. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time in the next one.